Hello, how is everyone? So, if you don't know me and you're new around here, I am Empress Sparkle. I am a witch, clairvoyant, Hellenic pagan. That explains the issue. Please excuse me for a moment. My guest is on her way, bless her. She is on her way. Bless her heart. Hey, Stacey. Hey, So my guest is on her way, guys. She's just struggling with the link. Hey, Nicola, you alright, my lovely? So I thought it was strange. I'm good. How are you all? Here she is. Hello. I'm just going to add her up, guys. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Is it late there?
No, it's 3 in the afternoon. It's just it's a little bit overcast.
Oh,
It's okay.
the joys of the weather, my lovely. The joys of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Nicola. So, if you guys don't remember, Bonnie was with me before. We had such a great conversation about our journeys into finding out with mediums and stuff like that. So, we had a great conversation there. And obviously, today it's more about the paranormal. We are live, Bonnie. I don't know if can you see the comments, my lovely?
A little bit. Can't actually. I probably should make my screen bigger. Oh, here we go. I
You
can
got
see them.
them? Awesome. Bonnie is absolutely lovely. I absolutely loved my conversation with her because I started to feel less insane about seeing things and hearing things. Hey, Shawnee. Um, so obviously I will, if you want to reintroduce yourself, Bonnie, so everyone that doesn't remember who you are gets to know who you are again.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Bonnie Firth. I live in Canada. I am a psychic medium. Actually, I refer to myself as an intuitive reader. I'm a Reiki master, and I'm also a coach for people in career transition. Um, so that's a little bit about me. I have been intuitively reading and practicing mediumship for quite a long time. Probably, I would say the intuitive reading, or as people refer to it as psychic, for 25 years. Mediumship, I've been doing in the last maybe 10 years. Um,
It
but
seems to be becoming popular, doesn't it?
it is. Well, and it's funny, the story I have to tell you later if we get to it.
Oh, you can tell it now if you want, because I'm now intrigued. I'm like, ooh.
So the funny thing is, because we're talking about paranormal, I went with a friend of mine to, we have a market in one of our neighboring towns. It's called the Mariposa Market. It's an old building, like we're talking old. It was like built in the 1800s. So you pretty well know there's spirits in there. It used to be a food factory, a shoe factory, and then I think it was taken over and was some other departments, like a small department store.
Oh.
Now, I think in the 70s, it was purchased by a family, and they've opened up. It's like a bakery and a little shop with little trinkets and stuff and Christmas decorations. They do preserves and stuff like that, and then they have a little cafe. So anyway, my friend and I went in there, and I'm wandering around the little shop with, they have like Christmas candles and stuff. Everything in there smells like cinnamon, butterscotch, all the Christmas smells. Well, I'm standing there and I approach this particular corner of the store and I'm like, all of a sudden I get hit with roses. Like overwhelming. Like it didn't smell like rose soap. It smelled like somebody took a bouquet of roses and shoved them in my face kind of smell. Fresh roses. And I stopped and I was like, and my friend Tim was with me. He says, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Do you smell roses?" He goes, "Kind of, a little bit." So the shop lady comes over and she says, "What is it you're looking for?" I said, "I smell roses and it's beautiful. Where is it coming from?" She gave me the funniest look. She said, "Well,
But
maybe
usually,
it's this diffuser you're smelling." I'm like, "That's cinnamon." No. I said, "This is roses, like fresh roses." She's like, "No." I'm like, so just I threw something at her. I'm like, "Is this place haunted?" And she just she didn't look at me. She says, "Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this." Anyway,
I love
that's
it.
that's fine. So we're having coffee in this little corner, and there's an upstairs. And I swear, out of the corner of my eye, and I could feel something. I look and I keep seeing this. It looked like a woman up there.
Oh,
And she had a shoe.
how random.
I know. And I'm like, and I looked at Tim and I said, do you see that? And he's looking, he said, "No." He says, "I kind of felt like there's something here, but this place is old." But every time I looked at him, it was like she was taking the shoe and going, waving it. So I'd
Oh,
look up and then she kind of would disappear. And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what to do about this." So anyway, we finished our coffee. That was on Sunday. That's fine. I went home. The next night when I went to bed, guess what I smelled?
roses.
All the lights are off. I'm in my room and I smell roses and I'm like, so I sat up in the dark. I'm like, "Is there anybody there? Anybody want to talk to me? Anything?" And I kind of felt like there was something, not sure if it was the same thing, but I didn't get an answer. Usually I'll get some kind of an indication. The covers will fluff or you feel something or you hear
Yeah.
something. Me as a intuitive reader, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient. I didn't hear or see anything. So I thought, "Oh, maybe they're not ready to talk." Okay, well, I'm going to sleep. Put my head down on the pillow and the smell came again. And I said, "Okay, if you're not going to say anything, if you're not going to indicate what you need, then you need to let me go to sleep." I waited. Nothing happened. So I'm curious. I'm going to go back to that market this weekend.
Yeah. Bonnie, you need to message me and let me know.
I will.
Because I'm like, because this is the thing with spirits, isn't it? They come to us, they let themselves known, and then suddenly they pull back, and you're like, that isn't going to help me. That isn't going to help me.
It's not. And it was just crazy. I thought, because usually they come in, they talk. I get an indication sometimes, and sometimes I don't go to sleep for hours because I'm having a conversation, but um, this one was just odd. So I'm going to go back this weekend and have a sniff around and see if I get the same thing, same feeling.
So intuitively, what I'm picking up with her is the fact of one, either no one admits to seeing her, or you're the first person that's actually seen her.
That's what I
It's,
feel because she
yeah,
kept like waving the shoe.
it's
It looked
like,
like a shoe.
oh wow. See,
Like
it's,
it was like a little, sort of like a lady's boot because it had a little heel on it.
oh, it's sort of 1800 style then, especially if it's sort of laced up. Oh wow.
1800s, maybe early 1900s. I couldn't get a good look at it, but I could tell the shape of it.
Oh.
And she had her hair pulled up really high, but she was wearing pants.
Yeah, see, that's what's confused me because what I'm imaging when when you're set talking about her and stuff like that, I'm imaging a woman sort of I know it sounds weird. I don't think she's in her 40s, but close to it. But I think
Hmm.
she looks older because of hard work. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
And it's sort of like, but she's got such a young,
Energy.
vibrant energy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is,
And I
that
think
is,
it seemed like she was wearing like a leather or a brown kind of leather. Maybe it was cloth. I don't know, but like an
no,
apron.
definitely leather. Definitely leather. It's weird about the pants thing though,
Yeah.
because I didn't think they were allowed to wear pants until like 40s. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
You're
true.
gonna, you're gonna have to message me. I need to
I,
know now. I'm like, I need to
I'm just
know.
going to go there for coffee and I'm going to sit where I sat before. But I'm going to sit where my friend was sitting
Yeah.
because where I was sitting, I kind of had to lean forward and look. Whereas where he was sitting, the stairs were right there and there was a door. And then there was another kind of like tucked off passage.
See, the thing is, if you're the first one to see her, there could be a chance that she's actually finally ready to be passed over. So she's sort of like saying, "You can finally see me. Can you send me home? Can we be passed over, please?"
Could
This
very
is the
well
thing.
be. I don't know. I would just wish she would have said one word to me. But the funny thing is, was it last night or maybe it was yesterday? I almost heard the weird, and I couldn't make out the word, but it was one word. But have you ever heard a spirit box?
Yes.
It sounded like that. Now I don't have a spirit box. I've never seen a spirit box, but I've kind of heard them on YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's what it sounded like, and I was like, "This is the strangest thing."
See, this is one of the things that I get quite a lot because I hear white noise a lot. Like I'm constantly hearing white noise all the time. And then all of a sudden you'll get like a really staticky white noise and then suddenly a word and there's nothing else. And I'm like, what? Sorry guys, we're not ignoring you. I'm just engrossed in
Sorry,
Bonnie's.
we're engrossed in this conversation.
Yeah.
Paul said he saw his first 1800 spirit peeking from behind a gravestone.
Um, that's actually quite common. That's more common than what people realise. Graves, though, are usually cemeteries are our rest haven. Really, they're our place that we go to as mediums. If I need a day out where I don't want to hear the white noise or anything like that, I go to a graveyard. How bad is that? I look like a bit of a weirdo sat in a corner of a graveyard, just sat there going,
Yeah, there's a cemetery up in the city that I live in. And it's funny, I was driving by there one day. I was stopped at a light, and I'm just sitting there at the light, and the cemetery's kind of in off to my left, like in front of me and off to the left. I really wasn't paying attention. I was just looking around the intersection, make sure there's no cars or anything coming, and I saw a flashing from there. So I looked over and I didn't see it, but as soon as I turned away, it started flashing again.
hate that.
So I thought, okay. I went home. I changed because I was doing, and I went back there and I tried to find where the grave was, where the flashing was coming from. I never figured it out. So I often drive by there and I sit and I wait at the light to see. I just feel like it was somebody trying to get my attention.
So for me personally, what I find when they're trying to get this, when they've got family in the graveyard, so they like want you to pass a message on. I remember going to a graveyard once, had similar, it weren't quite flashing though. It was sort of like a, I don't know how to explain it. It weren't flashing, it was like a lighthouse. You know the lighthouse light? The way it goes like sort of that action. And I thought, how am I seeing that in the day? And I had similar, and I walked over to the
Yes.
family, and I said to the family, you need to pass on. And I don't even know where it come from. I literally just went, you need to grieve, you need to let him pass. And they looked at me and went, no, we don't. We're keeping his bedroom the way it is, blah, blah, blah. How do you even know? Rah, rah, rah. And I went, because he stood right there. And it was like he wanted me to come and tell him that they need to grieve so he can pass on, he can go
Yeah.
into the light. And I was like, so it could be something like that. So when the family's in there, so it's good you are going past, because it could be something when the family's in there, they need to get a message because they may have been passed on and that's the only time they can come to him. One or two words, that is quite normal, to be honest. The one or two words, we sort of, I think that's what's the best thing when you're intuitive as well, because you'll get the one or two words, but you can feel, you can also feel and know what they also want to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just that it's almost like an energetic knowing. I usually get one or two words. Sometimes I've got short sentences, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, sometimes you'll get something like, with him I got, they need to move on with him, um which I knew straight away. I was like, that one's easy. But then sometimes you'll get, it's in the cupboard, and you're like, what cupboard? Which cupboard? You've got about 1,000 cupboards. Which one am I going to?
it's
And
crazy. I had a dream about my sister. Um, it's first thing in the morning, just before you wake up, that timing is either just before you fall asleep
oh,
or just before you wake up. And I got an image of a really weird creature crawling down her hallway. And then I heard, got a mouse in your pocket.
oh, she needs to cleanse her house.
I immediately knew that, okay, something, when I looked up, because sometimes when you get phrases like that, they don't always mean what you
Oh,
immediately think. So got a mouse in your pocket is like somebody speaking up for you or speaking on your behalf. Or, if you're like, for example, I could be having a conversation with you and you say something completely out of the, if we know each other well, you say something completely out of the norm. And I'd say, what, do you got a mouse in your pocket? Like feeding you information.
yeah.
So I called her and I told her about it. She's like, oh, what do you think that means? I said, I don't know yet. Let me just meditate on it, because I wanted to make sure that, because as soon as I got up, I wrote it down, I scribbled it. But I think that for her, um, I think the creature crawling down the hall was a friend that she has that has been trying to take advantage of her.
Oh, it could be with that
So
saying.
I
This
talked to
is,
her about, yeah, I talked to her
yeah,
about that and she said, oh, yeah, that could be. I had to ask him to leave me alone.
I don't blame her. I get a lot of that, like intuition with them ones.
Mhm.
Paul, I'm gonna hold my hands up, and I don't know about Bonnie, but that comment, the last voice you heard 2 days ago was a man laughing behind you, concerns me. Get your house cleansed,
Oh, yeah.
please. They are the ones where they laugh behind you and you can hear the laughs. It's a bit like, oh, they
Yeah.
make you shudder. They are, oh, a lot of hellos don't answer them because they're usually mimics. I don't know whether you find that, Bonnie. A lot of hellos are mimics.
I don't get hellos. I usually get direct conversation.
See, I do as well. That's why when I do suddenly hear a hello and I turn around and no one's actually speaking to me, I'm like, I've got a mimic. I'm like, because a lot of the ones that do want to come in to actually have a conversation with us, the reason why they're the reason why they're doing it is purely because of the fact of they want us to help them. They want us to guide them. They
Yeah, yeah.
need that that sort of thing to go on. Um, get a lot of interaction dreams with dead relatives. Visitation dreams, I'm always and Ari about. So I'll admit this, even as a medium, for me, if I have a visitation dream, I'm always, is it me wishing for it? Wishful thinking? That sounds really awful, don't it? Um, is it is it wishful thinking, or is it anything else? I love how Stacey's put that she's happy with that because she gets nothing. Her So Bonnie, I'll just explain to you about our Stacey, right? She sent me some photos of her dad's house. They know it's haunted. Her dad's seen loads and stuff. And literally, she sent me these photos, and I literally nearly passed out. I was literally that overwhelmed by the negative energy coming from it. I nearly passed out because I didn't protect myself. I was like, yeah, like it can be that bad. I know that sounds awful to say. So I didn't put any protection up, and then like literally I looked at it and my daughter had to take my phone. She nearly passed out as well because she's also a medium.
Mm-hmm.
I like the term clairvoyant. I hold my hands up. So for me, it's just like her. I'm so shocked that she doesn't hear or see anything. Her daughters does, and her dad does, but she doesn't, and that always surprises me because I'm like, how?
Yet she's interested in this. Stacey, I have to ask, is the other members of your family interested in paranormal? Are they open to it?
Maybe. This is trouble when you're waiting for type back. It feels like a dead silence, don't it? It feels like one of them awkward silences.
Because my thought on that is that Stacy? My youngest
Yeah.
is okay. My thought is some people have just, if they're afraid of it, or if they're open to it, if they're afraid of it, they'll get more. It's almost like a terrorization.
Ah. That actually explains a lot because I keep thinking I've lost my gift. Maybe I haven't. The problem is I'm not scared of it
Yeah,
because
I'm
I
not
no
scared
longer
of it
see the
either.
bit. Yeah, I no longer see the black shadows. I feel them and I can feel the attachments and stuff. And I was like, oh, Bonnie, you may have explained something to me, and I thought I'd had my gift taken away.
No, your gift's not taken away. You're just not afraid of it. So the ones that are the spirits that I feel that are in turmoil or haven't passed over, just downright malevolent, whatever it is, or maybe they left some negative energy here on earth. They're not rest. They're not rested. They're at unrest. So those people that are afraid of them, they're more vulnerable because they're open in a different way. They're open out of fear rather than love. They're open out of fear, then that spirit may actually test them.
So that explains a lot why I'm now seeing mainly just what I call grey souled ghosts rather than actually the black ones. I can feel them. And I was
Yeah.
just like, what's happened to my gift? I'm going to hold my hands up. I've been panicking. And I'll admit that to anyone. Yeah, our Lily won't even go in there. She's that afraid of it. She won't even go into her granddad's house now. She is that petrified. Um, I'll tell you, one day I'm going to get your dad to let me come and cleanse it. He's going to let me come and cleanse it one day.
I feel that house is going to take a lot of cleansing. I feel like there's generations of death there. I don't know anything about it, but that's what I'm feeling intuitively.
So the
Generations.
reason why I'm smiling is because it's attached to something in the property and you're dead on.
Okay. Wow.
You are dead on. And that is exactly what we've told her as well. And
Wow.
it's attached to something that was passed down to her nana, and that's why it started just after her nana's mum, I think it was, thing. He is selling next year. So I'm like, yeah, they're going to revamp it, and we'll get another 30 East Drive going, another haunted location being sold. When they realise how bad it is, because it is bad in there. And yeah, it's
Yeah, I really feel like maybe a couple, 4, 5, 6 good cleansings. Maybe not even that much, but
no, I completely agree, and I think it needs to be done floor by floor, not all at once.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Starting from the base, working your way up, and then working your way back down.
yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. It's like, and then
It's
out the property.
yes. Yeah, because I keep getting something outside the property as well. So does my daughter, but we can't figure out what it is because the three which are really negative inside are blocking it. My daughter's picked up a female, but we don't know anything else of it. Or they may. No, with this one, Paul, it is. I would actually class it as a generational demon. If I was to go in and cleanse it, I would actually class it as a generational demon. I'll hold my hands up. Stacey knows all this. That's it, your aunt. I couldn't remember. Sorry, Stace. I couldn't remember, lovely. Um, I couldn't remember. So, my daughter said that it's actually it feels like her aunt's outside, trying to sort of give it some sort of protection against what's going on. But it is a crazy property. It is like there's just three of them, and there's also a portal.
Yeah.
Um, Cleansing is different in this situation, Nicola, to what it is in a daily situation where you'll use your incense, smudging, whatever it is you use. In this situation, it's a lot more about using white light, spirit guides, just purely because there is demonic presences.
You know what I've just heard? You need like buckets of salt
Yes.
in each floor of the house, on all four corners of the house, and all around the property even.
It's crazy how bad it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm picking it up, and I'm like, I'm almost seeing where things should go. Like a pail of salt by the front door, one by a bathroom window. There's a back door,
Yeah,
one upstairs, by the stairs, by the stairs, top of the stairs, bottom of the stairs.
Stacey, I told you Bonnie's the real deal as well. I think she's shocked because
The dining
Stacey's
room.
Stacey's dad's house. Yes, the dining room. Dining room's one of the worst.
When I picked up dining room, I'm like, maybe you might want to need a couple in there.
Yeah.
The
Um,
salt is to absorb the negative energy, which will, what's that?
she's in shock. She's in shock because she's not met anyone like me that can pick up on this.
Oh.
So she's in shock.
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, we've said exactly the same to her, but her dad won't do it because he's selling it. He's like, and he's going downhill, and I'm like, he needs to do it. He needs
Just
to
do it. Just put it out there. I won't even know it's there.
just put little bowls of salt and stuff everywhere. And
Yeah. It's a start. And who knows, sometimes when I feel that when spirits know you're serious and you take the fear out of there, it's like then they're off. But it is pretty bad in there.
I have said if we get rid of the item that they're attached to, sweet, it won't
Yes.
follow. It's making sure we get rid of the item that they're attached to and figuring it out which item it is.
And any person that they're attached to, because if the dad sells the home and goes somewhere else, they're going to be like, wait for me.
Yeah. I think they're attached to this item. I keep seeing something in a cupboard and I can't quite tell whether it's a wardrobe in one of the bedrooms, but there's also something about the attic.
Yeah,
There's
I was picking
something.
up the attic and I'm like, something is up in the attic. Maybe something's hidden up there. And you said something in a cabinet or a wardrobe.
But I don't know whether that's the portal. So I hold my hands up. I think that might be the portal.
Possibly. Is there a piece of jewelry like a pin or something? Or something that
Stacey's freaking out like a bit on her energy because we've said all this to her.
I feel like it's a pin or a brooch or something that would go on either a scarf or maybe it was used to be a necklace, like an amulet. I heard amulet. I'm like, what are we in Crocodile Dundee here?
See, for me, I always see something silver, sort of, yeah, silver and round. I
Yeah.
always see that.
It
But
might even have a little bit of filigree on it or something.
oh, you're getting more than what I got. They wouldn't let me past just seeing it as silver and round.
It's silver round, but I'm kind of seeing filigree, and maybe the stone in the center is like a bluish. It's almost like a robin's egg blue.
Oh.
I don't know.
Anything to help Stacey out, if I'm honest, because her girls will not go in there at all. So anything to help her out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, because she's got to the point where her girls won't even go in there. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, her dad's house is worse than 30 East Drive. Her dad's house is worse than 30 East Drive. Like there's three entities on three different floors.
Yeah.
It's not just one entity, there's three entities. I feel like there's mini entities, so parasites off them. Honestly, it's just crazy. And when I say I passed out, I was literally out in the back garden.
Well, I'm feeling a squeezing here, and I don't even see anything, but I'm feeling like a pressure as we're talking, and I'm like, what is that?
It's crazy. I'm surprised they don't get more activity in there than what she's getting, but I think it's because it knows with enough of showing itself. It's tried to scare Stace with steps, so revealing steps, and Stacey's just gone, whatever, and completely ignored it. Like she is so chilled with it all. Um, but everyone else, yeah, like her nana before she passed saw stuff. It honestly, it is honestly, it's. I have to say, Stacey's is most probably the most haunted and the most negative energies I've ever felt in one place. For me personally.
Wow.
And I've dealt with possessions. Do you know what I mean? I've gone and dealt with possessions, and I've never had more than one person possessed with one thing at a time. But with Stacey's, and they're coming and going as well, which don't help. Apart from the three main ones that are always there, some of them I get are coming and going. Is that getting worse, sweet Dad, seeing the shadow men? I don't know why I wanted to ask that. That literally just seemed to want to come out.
I used to see black shadows a long time ago before I really opened myself up. And now I see actual people. It's almost like they're hazy, but I see them and I can pick out details.
Yeah. See, for me, when I see them now and they're so I see them in different shades because of the soul thing. But when I see them now, it's more the fact of the energy that's coming off them. So I can tell whether they were actually demonic now or whether they're actually a person of just a bad attitude. I know that sounds
Yeah.
really, really nasty to say, but it's sort of like, you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
um, it's not hard.
He's not said anything but sees them in the bedroom and the back living room.
The back living room would be what we would class as a dining room.
Yes.
So both of us said that to her.
Yes.
That is one of the worst rooms.
That one I feel needs salt in all four corners.
Ooh. It stands at the door and just stares at you.
Yeah.
Like
And
literally.
above the doors, there's two doorways into that.
Yeah.
One on one door, one's a smaller one, one's a little bit bigger.
I can feel Stacey's energy. She's like, what the?
Okay, so you need a selenite stick on each top of each doorway, entering in and exiting the room. So 4 selenite sticks for that room, just that room. I don't know if I have any to show you what it looks like.
I've got one, lovely.
Okay.
These ones, Stacey, you do
Yeah.
have some of these, sweet.
Yeah. If you can find even smaller ones to sit right on top of the door frame, both on both sides of the door frame, going into the room and exiting the room.
I think that is perfect advice. I'm not gonna, I think that is perfect.
I'm picking up a vile odor. Does that room have a funny odor?
Oh, it's above her own front door. I'll sort you some out, sweetheart. When we meet up next, I'll sort you some out. Actually, I've got to send you off a box, so I'll pop some in.
Okay. Stacey, I'm just wondering, is there, or maybe Empress, if you know, oh, he smells burning rubber all the time. Uh-huh. I'm like,
I wanted her to confirm it. I wanted her to
okay.
confirm it.
Because I'm getting a smell and I'm like, I know it's a smell and I know it doesn't smell good, but I can't identify it yet. Like, you know, okay.
It's crazy. That house is just crazy. Like you literally, when I was looking at the photos, I could just smell like. I know it sounds weird. I know Stacey's described it as burning rubber, but to me, it's burning rubber mixed with sulfur. So it's a bit like
Yeah.
someone's had a burnout and their catalytic converter's gone at the same time. Like not alternator, sorry, not catalytic converter. So I'm like sit there and I go, oh, like it's like sets fire to eggs. That'd be the best way to
Yeah.
explain
Yeah.
it to you guys. That is what it smells like for me. Um, so sometimes that happens. Jazz had it happen the other day. She sat in the car and she's like, Mum, I can smell burning roses. And I was like, I can't smell a thing, babe, apart from your perfume. And for about a mile, she could just smell burning roses for about a mile. Couldn't figure it out. So I
Burning
says,
roses?
burning roses.
Wow.
So I was like, message, check everyone, etc. Make sure everyone's okay. And she was like, got to one message, someone messaged them back and went, no, I'm really ill, I'm actually in hospital. And I was like, right, that's your one that you needed to check on. And she was like, thank you, Mum. And I was like, that's okay, baby. That's what I'm here for, to guide you and to teach you about our gift and what it's for.
Yeah.
But burning, as soon as you hear burning, that's usually not a positive smell. Burning anyway, it's not a positive thing. We know straight away as clairvoyants, we're like, that's not good. Cigarette smoke can be a bit different to burning because cigarette smoke can be the person was a massive smoker.
Yeah. Now, when you smell things like sulfury smells, rubbery smells, plastic, it's almost like something's disintegrating.
Yes.
Cigarette smoke's different, and not stale cigarettes, the freshly lit one. I get that a
Yes.
lot at my sister's house. Her husband passed away. She bought another house in another city, and every once in a while I'll smell fresh cigarettes, and I always know it's her husband. He was a
Oh, I
smoker.
love that.
And I'll say to her, "Hey, Kim, do you smell that?" She said, "No." But sometimes she'll smell it when I'm not there.
Oh, I love that. And this is the thing, they choose who needs it at that time. Like, I know that sounds a bit weird, but they do choose who needs it at that time, who needs to smell it. So, with your dad, to me, that says because he's showing the most fear and he's being the most affected, like we've said, sweet. So, with your dad, that's sort of showing me that he is how do I word it, that they know to play with him. So you saying you can't smell it, they know that's going to play with your dad's head, so that is why they're doing it. Sometimes they do it for that fun as well, especially negative spirits. Like, they love to play with people's heads, they love it. So if they've got someone like your dad, he's a believer but he doesn't fully believe, he doesn't want to acknowledge it, that's the word I'm looking for. So
Mm-hmm.
when they've got someone like that, it's like, right, we can play here. We'll give them that smell, but we won't let anyone else smell it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does to me. For example, with my sister, I never met her husband. It was her.
Oh,
She married later on in life, and I never had an opportunity to meet him. So I felt like it was almost saying like, "Hey, I'm here. Don't worry about her."
yeah, I love that. I actually really love that because so my husband's dad does the same thing to me because he used to smoke old school backy, so
Mm-hmm.
like drum and that. And I just sit there and go, "Can you smell that, babe?" And he'll go, "No." And I go, "Your dad's around." And he'll go, "Oh, tell him I love him. Tell him I love him." And I'm like, "He can hear ya." And all of a sudden I'll get, "Love you too, our kid," in my ear. And I'm like, "He says love you too." And this is the thing, they do give us that to say they're happy, how you doing, that sort of thing. Spirits can attack, they can be mean.
Oh, they can. But I still think they caused my Nana to fall. I've told him he's open to it all.
Oh, that's my, so not that he's not open to it, sweet, that he doesn't want to acknowledge it. So he doesn't want to acknowledge how badly it's affecting him. That's what I meant by that. My wording was really
He's
wrong.
afraid. Deep down, he's very frightened, I feel. And
Mm.
acknowledging it acknowledges a problem. And he feels if he acknowledges the problem, it's just going to get worse. But I guess that's just a mindset.
But then that could be because it did get worse for her nana. Like as she said, that it caused her nana to fall. They pushed her nana over.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, do Paul, do. It'd be interesting, sweet. I'm literally like, people don't actually realize not all spirits are mean, guys. There's no need to be afraid of them. Do you know what I mean? There's no need to be afraid of them. Like with myself and Bonnie, like we've said, we no longer have the dark spirits to come to us because they know we're not afraid. There's nothing they can get off us. And that is the problem. They pry on fear. Um, a bit like when we were at East Drive, it actually showed that up until Av got touched, there was no fear there really that they could pry on, especially because the girls had protection bags. But as soon as Av got touched and he started to have that fear and stuff like that, all of a sudden he started having chest pains. All of a sudden he started feeling ill. And it was like, yeah, now it's got you
Yeah.
because it's got that fear in you. And it's one of the things that I think it's not just fear as well. So we'll just say that it's not just fear, it's also negative thoughts. Feeds off your negative thoughts. So if you're a negative person, it'll love that as well.
Oh
So if you,
yeah, it'll feel any feeling you have that is the opposite of love or compassion, they will feed off.
see, this is it. Yeah. That's what I meant by it, Stacey, my darling. So I do apologise that it sounded. I know I realised I was wording it wrong when I was wording it.
He says he smells my Nana's, but I don't think it's my Nana.
No, it's not.
I don't feel it is either.
Nana's in the light. Blimey, it took me 2 years to get her to come back just for a simple message.
Well, she could be hovering, coming around to protect him, to comfort him, to let him know, hey, hey.
That is true. Especially if she had bad experiences in that house, so she knows how bad that is. But she is definitely, Nana's definitely in the light. She is
Oh,
definitely.
absolutely. I don't feel like I feel like it's more of a protective thing. That's what it feels like.
Oh, I love that. I love the fact that she is coming back to protect him because he's a daddy's
I just heard like a
mummy's.
cloak. A cloak.
Oh, so that to me says she's having to cloak him sometimes from them. Would you agree? Would you say that's what it sort of is? She's
Well,
having
I'm
sort of protection cloak.
it's a protection cloak, but she said the cloak, a cloak, two distinct meanings.
Oh, hold on, she knows. She is pretty intuitive, is our Stacey. She don't realise it, but she is.
I wonder if that piece of jewelry and
Yes.
it's like a cape or cloak. It's old.
It's I personally would call it a shawl. So I think
Shawl,
here we would
yes.
call it a shawl. Um, it's really weird. It's like 1 minute it's black, and then the next minute it's like blue with white pattern on it. So it's like it's switching for me when I actually come into it.
I'm getting like a brown. It's a darker brown, but it's got some kind of edging on it. I can't quite see what it is. I wonder I wonder if something like that is stowed away somewhere in like a hidden closet or back of the closet.
That might explain why I keep getting closet, and maybe the bit that whatever it is on that.
That's just kind of what I saw like, and then I don't know why she said cloak.
I do feel like she's the sort of one to come in and cloak him when they're getting too negative and try and protect him from it. It could be the attic. There's something about the attic, as in,
Like, is there storage up there? Maybe there's some boxes with stuff in it.
it's an actual bedroom. Oh, it might not be anymore because they have been clearing everything out. So it might not be anymore. So before I say that, it's the edge, the second tone as well on it. I don't know why I've just got is ribbon. So it's not so it's like a cloth with ribbon embroidered. Is that the way to word it?
I think so. We have cleaned the attic and wardrobes. They are all empty now. Well, the object is still in the house.
Or is there a photo with her in that cloak? Don't know why
Oh,
this has just come to me, and that's
yep.
got whatever it is that the thing's attached to in that photo. Don't ask me why that's just come to me, but that just has.
Well, it comes in dribs and drabs sometimes, right?
Oh, it certainly does. Yeah,
Well, I
it could
definitely
be.
think it's tied to jewelry too.
Which is funny because her message through to you was all about the jewelry box. Oh my goodness.
You just had an epiphany. What?
Stacey, why didn't we think of this? That costume jewelry she was talking about that didn't make sense. We need to watch your mediumship thing back. She kept talking about that brooch that needed to be gone in your mediumship,
Oh,
and it didn't
the one
make
with the filigree
sense.
and blue in it, blue center or green.
I
It's like
hold my hands up. I
it's like
cannot
a robin's
remember.
egg blue. The stone.
Shawnee was also there. So she's like, yeah. Could even be a blanket, like a baby's blanket or anything. I know it's sort of roughly from the 1940s, the cloak. I do keep getting that. There is
Mhm.
loads of jewellery. I will admit that. Because she was sending me photos after the thing. And I
Mhm.
was like, no, I'm not quite being drawn to that. Yeah, just not in your dad's house, please, because I pass out. No, I put my protection up this time. I will put my protection up to make sure I'm protected. That was just so funny though, Bonnie. I was literally sat there talking away to Jazzy, and I said, "Oh, so Stacey sent me some photos here," and I opened it, and I just literally went, "Jazzy," and she caught my phone, didn't catch me, and I went straight back.
Mm.
Yeah, do send them through, Stacey, and I will double check also with Bonnie because I've got Bonnie on WhatsApp, so I'll double
Mhm.
check with Bonnie.
Send me the photo. I'll have a look at it. What's it going to do to me? It's going to come through WhatsApp and get me.
I think this is so. Stacey sent them to me before I went to 30 East Drive, and I think before I went to 30 East Drive, so I hold my hands up. There was a lot of fear there with black shadows and stuff. Even though I've dealt with attachments, I've dealt with demons, etc. I hadn't dealt. Thank you, beautiful. I hadn't dealt with these ones where I know this sounds weird. I hadn't dealt with ones where I don't know how to word it. I hadn't dealt with ones where I wasn't allowed to cleanse them, so I wasn't allowed to fight them. So that sort of created a little bit of fear in me. And I will admit this to everyone, and it did. And I went to there, and it was like all of a sudden I had this massive epiphany of actually, they can't touch me. It tried to push me down the stairs. After it tried to push me downstairs, and I just looked at it and went, really? Is that all you got? After that happened, it just it's like all of a sudden I see them different. There is obviously even demonic ones, like I see them in weird shapes now. They're not human shaped anymore. Like before they were human shaped, like shadow men and stuff like that. Whereas now I no longer see them that way. So for me, it's really like now with what you've said, I'm like, is this now because I've got no fear? And it's like they hide from me now more as well, as if, oh, she's too strong for me, let's hide. Um,
Or
oh,
don't, I'm hearing, don't let her see me.
so it is they're hiding from me.
Yeah. Don't let
Because
her see
then,
me. I think they're afraid. I think that they're actually afraid because they have to hide. It feels like they're hiding away so that you don't banish them. Because if you see them, you're going to banish them.
Oh yeah. That is what I'm like now. That is what I'm like now, buddy. Since going to East Drive, I'm like, I can take on anything. I'm like, bring it
Mm.
on. Bring you on. And my white light's gonna burn you all. I am like that now. Whereas before I was like, I think I knew I was powerful with it, with being able to cleanse them and stuff like that. But I don't think I realized how powerful I was. And with the fact it had to enclose me into a black bubble, and then I could feel that I could easily get out of that, but we sign a waiver not to do any exorcism. So I was like, I can't exorcise you, so I'm having to actually allow you to keep me in this black bubble. So for me, it was sort of like I realized actually how strong I was then. And now
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm going after the darkness. I'm like, I admitted the other day to someone, I'm like, give me any attachment. I'm coming after it. I want it.
of course.
And I'm like, I want to banish all this darkness. And I think since I thought Apollon was punishing me for my clairvoyance, that's why I'm not seeing them the way I used to see them. Now speaking to you, I'm like, actually, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually, I'm now seeing them different and stuff because I've had an upgrade. Oh, I love that term when you use that. I've had an upgrade. Ah,
Oh, I've been going through upgrades for the last 2 years. It's like, I think it stopped for now, which is good because always when it does happen, it's exhausting.
it really is.
A
It
lot
really
of
is.
resting and meditating. And it's just like, okay, I think it's done now for now. I'm
For
sure
now.
another upgrade will come for now. But no, I totally understand that. I don't, I find when like there's lots of places I'll be there randomly for no reason. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, you see somebody there and they're like ducking back a little bit. I'm like, is that a real
Yes.
person? But then
You do.
it's not because there's no possible way somebody could fit there.
Yeah. And not just that, it's not, I know this sounds really weird. It's not by the energy. So this is going to sound really weird. So with human energy to human energy,
Mm-hmm.
it feels a little bit like our emotions. Whereas I find personally with spirits, it feels a bit more like electric, like statically. Does that make sense? I feel it's a bit more sort of staticky and like a
Yeah.
thunderstorm's just about to happen.
Yeah. It's like that little prickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to think they can hide as if I've had one, made me laugh actually. The funniest one I've had is I went into Aldi shopping, food shopping, and I went in there and this bloke, bless his heart, obviously got an attachment through the wars. And I went in there and it was stood like a soldier next to him. And I'm literally stood there and I was laughing at it because it was trying to act human as it could. Like as human as it could, as if to say, if I'm acting human, she won't know the difference. And I'm sat there and I'm like,
Cheeky.
really? One, okay, maybe you're not as see-through as what the others usually are, but one, you're see-through.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I can feel your energy. So I just looked at it and laughed. And I have to admit, the poor bloke, he must have mental health issues from obviously where he's been to war and that. And he went, excuse me. And I went, oh, I'm so sorry, lovely. I just, like when you're in church and you have one of them funny thoughts. And he went, oh, yeah. He says, I know them ones. Don't worry like that, love. And I looked at him and I went, have you ever thought of just having a bit of incense in the house, sweet? And he looked at me like I was crazy. And he did. And I says, just a bit of incense, open all the windows, my lovely. I says, and you'll feel less claustrophobic. especially lavender. That's for relaxation. And he looked at me and went, how did you know I feel claustrophobic in my house? I says, it don't matter. I says, but just try it. Just try it. Never seen him again, so I don't know whether it worked to hold my hands up. But it was the only way I could think of him cleansing his house in a sort of way, as well as, how do I word this nicely? As well as getting him a bit more relaxed, because he needed some relaxation. Oh my goodness, Bonnie, I've just realised how long we've been on, my lovely.
How long have we been on?
It's an hour.
An hour already?
An hour already.
This happened the last time. We're yakking, yak, 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 yak.
We can, honestly, me and Bonnie are a nightmare. We can really chat, especially because we're so similar. So it's like, I love it. Get so excited. On this one, I don't ask for a statement out. I will ask though, guys, is there any questions for Bonnie before she goes? Stacey, we did not talk too much about you, my darling. You needed help and guidance, and that is what our gifts are for. Do never be sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's okay. It was fun.
That is what our gifts are for. And this is what frustrates me, because I think because so many people charge a fortune now for what we've just sort of like had a chat with Stacey with, a lot of people don't understand that, whereas we're quite chill, we're like, that's what our gifts are for. Actually, it helps because it actually shows people with a real deal, and stuff like that. And yeah.
No, it's not your Nan's smell. I don't feel it's your Nan's smell.
I thought you would. Nicola is a medium in training, bless her heart, and a very good tarot reader. I'm glad you've confirmed that, because I keep going, that's not her nana.
It's not. As soon as I read it, I heard in my head, no. Okay, it's not.
No, it's I think this is one of the things that people want it to be. This is how they get in so easily, because people want it to be. And that is how they get in so easy, because they're like, I can sliver my way in because you want it to be so badly this person. Oh,
Okay.
not you, beautiful. You can't see it. Em's commented, but for some reason you guys can't see it on yours, but we can. I don't know why.
Okay.
No, definitely don't, darling. Um,
Any questions, anybody?
she's gone into the light, my lovely. Any questions? Yeah, any questions, my sweets? Any? If not, we will finish up here and thank Bonnie so much for her time. Don't forget, guys, do go across and follow Bonnie. Honestly, she's amazing. Her details are down in the description. She is one person I would actually, and I do at the end of my podcast, the last podcast as well, she is one person where if I don't have time for you, I would recommend highly. Absolute highly. She is so on the ball. It's unbelievable. And you know, guys, it's rare for me to do that with another medium. Bonnie's like, I can feel it's rare. It is very rare. I've usually got my backup ready to go. They're not real. But yeah, Bonnie is the real deal. Oh, bless you all. Thank you all, guys, so much for joining us. And we'll speak to you soon. And don't forget, keep sparkling.
Namaste.